Adam here from Love Cars, and we've had a great question on surging from Adrian. So what's happening is when he's trying to use his foam cannon, the water blaster keeps surging, going whoop, 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 whoop. What's happening there is that the safety in the water blaster is sensing that there's too much pressure, so it's turning itself off to protect the motor. Then when the water flows away and the pressure eases, it'll turn itself back on. Then when the pressure builds up again, it'll turn itself off, and it'll continue to cycle like this. Now the reason this is happening is if the water isn't able to flow away as fast as it's being produced. There's a few reasons this could be. Now the simplest thing it could be is just an airlock in the system. Make sure when you're turning on your water blaster that you turn on the tap first before you turn on the power, and then hold the trigger to make sure water runs all the way through and that you bleed any water in the system out first. That can cause surging and is really easy to avoid. Now there can always be a problem with the foam cannon itself, but they're pretty simple mechanical things. We don't really see many issues. Normally what happens is that there's something causing the water that's coming through here not to get out the other side fast enough so that the pressure builds up. The most common thing is if either the orifice size is too small or it's clogged. So if you undo this here and you look inside there, you can see that silver piece there that has a very tiny little hole in it. Now this has got a 1.1 millimeter orifice in there. That means the size of that hole is 1.1 millimeters. That's pretty small, so it wouldn't take much from the water supply to get in there and to clog that hole up. So the most simplest thing is just to take that off, rinse that out, have a look, make sure it's all not clogged off. You can also pop that there off there just with a flathead screwdriver, and then this will pull out, and then if you yank on the brass fitting there, you'll see inside there's a small mesh filter. You can take that out and you can clean that out as well, put it all back together and you'll be away. But more likely if there's anything causing a blockage, it's blocked at this end and it hasn't made it through that 1.1 millimeter hole. The other thing that could cause the problem is if the flow rate from your machine is such that it can't make it through a 1.1 millimeter hole fast enough, and that you may need a different larger orifice size. So we have a range of different orifices you can get with different sizes all the way up to 1.7. So you can see that's a much larger hole. So if you've got a more powerful machine, you may need to swap out the orifice size. Now, not all of the foam cannons can be swapped out, but on the Stealth foam cannon from Rock Car you can, and we have the range of them there. So you just pop that out, unscrew that, grab the orifice size you think you need. We have them in 1.1, 1.25, 1.4, 1.7, and we may even have some different sizes. 1.25 and 1.4 are the most common sizes if people have sort of mid-range or higher pressure water blasters there. Now getting the right one is important so that you don't have surging, but that you also get the maximum foam out of your foam cannon there, and that's why it's good to swap them around. So those are the things to check. If you don't have any success with that, let us know. It could be something else, but really that's 99.9% of the issues with surging. Check for a blockage, make sure you don't have an air leak, and then make sure if you've got a high pressure water blaster, maybe consider swapping that orifice size out there. I hope that helps. If you've got any other questions, let us know. We're at lovecars.co.nz. Thanks for your support.